Coming to you live from New York City, it's Jim Caruso's Pajama Cast Party. And now, here's your host, Jim Caruso.
Good evening, ladies and germs. I am your host, Jim Caruso. Thank you, Billy Stritch, wherever you are. It's Monday. It's my favorite day. Couldn't be happier that you're here. We have such a great show. Does it look like it's night? Because it's still kind of day here in New York, which is weird. But I lit candles to kind of give a vibe, kind of a nighttime vibe. Are you getting it? I don't know. I'm very happy that you're here. And I feel like this would be the perfect time to tell you who's on the show tonight. Lamont Brown, Chester Martin, Loren Smith, and Alex Sharpe. It's going to be a killer. You're going to love every second. I do have a couple announcements to tell you about. First of all, we are reopening Birdland. Global pandemic, bye-bye. We'll be reopening the club, which is on 44th between, where is it? 8th and 9th? Geez, I haven't said it for so long. Between 8th and 9th. On July 1st. The first cast party will be July 5th. That's right. We'll be doing cast party live starting Monday, July 5th. That means that we're changing the day of Pajama Cast Party because we can't do both at the same time. It's too annoying. Just trust me. And that's going to go to Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Much more about that later. But that's the future. So you don't have to worry about that now. Ruby and I have had many fancy business meetings in 5-star restaurants here in New York where we discuss the future of. None of that's true, but it sounds good, right? Speaking of Ruby, I think we should bring her to the screen. Oh, Ruby.
Oh, Jim.
What up?
What up? I mean, if that isn't pandemic brain, I don't know what is. The fact that you had to think about where Birdland is and the fact that you said January, that is the epitome of pandemic brain right there. It's
really kind of true because for 17 years, I've worked at Birdland and you say 44th between 9th and 9th, like it's all one word.
I know.
So when I had to think exactly what streets Birdland was between, it actually threw me off.
Yeah,
and I had the same thing today when I had to give somebody the phone number at Birdland because I haven't called Birdland in a year and 3 months. So
there have been many pandemic brain moments. I think the moment that made me really just kind of take a second is when my boyfriend and I couldn't remember how old he was turning this year. We both had different numbers.
Yeah.
And then I realized,
get used to that because that gets worse and worse the older you get.
No, but then I realized pandemic brain had truly hit. So anyways, happy Monday, everybody. And yes, happy soon to be Wednesday Pajama Cast Party nights. We weren't going to leave you guys hanging. We're going to continue this until you're sick of us.
That could be last week. We don't know.
We don't know.
But they're still here, so that's good.
Yes. And they'll be here on Wednesdays, right, people?
Huh?
I said they'll be here on Wednesdays, too.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments that you're so excited about Wednesdays at 7. We looked at every other day, and there was always an excellent reason why we couldn't do that day. From previous work engagements to some of our best friends have shows on those nights, so we didn't want to overlap or make them mad. Anyway, so that's what it's going to be. I think
Wednesdays could be good though, because I think a lot of people don't like Wednesdays because it's the middle of the week, it's the hump day, but we can bring you joy and smiles and Pajama Cast Party shower curtains, and we can make your hump day spectacular. Yeah. So
we can bring you these.
Oh,
I know. Yes. I know. Or even these.
Oh, yes.
That's I know. Snap. That doesn't work.
Or even these.
Oh, now that is good looking. That's like a designer touch for your bathroom.
I wonder who did the artwork.
You're welcome. Yes, all that can be purchased along with mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, pajamas, magnets. That's right. On pajamacastparty.com. I see what you're doing.
Thank you.
So, Ruby, as you know, almost every week we are so thrilled and proud that our friend Justin Squiggs Robertson joins us and does a little quick sketch of each and every performer. This week, he's doing it. He's at it again. And my favorite thing is to look over his shoulder because Ruby secretly placed a camera over Squiggs' shoulder.
He doesn't know
it. It's embarrassing when he's getting ready for bed. Yes. But it's so fun. And let's see what he's up to. Can we see?
I hope he's not doing anything mischievous.
Inappropriate.
Secret camera. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
my God. Wait, Squiggs. Oh my God.
How much my band out? Oh, this is great.
I love the fact that Squiggs has squigged his hand now. I really love this.
I mean, this is full service caricature situation here. I also love that he knows that's my favorite movie in the world. Sorry, I can't help it. Oh, there it is. There's the scene. Oh, there she is, marching her band out, beating her drum. Thank you, Barbara. If you're watching, hello.
I feel like that needs to be on a t-shirt. There she is, marching her band out, and on the back, beating her drum.
Beating her drum. Oh my God. Every week we tell you about an organization that we love, that we trust, that we feel very close to. And when we ask you to donate, we're happy to take a portion of that donation and send it to said group. Last week we did the New York AIDS Walk, and you guys were so truly generous. It was a great, great week, and we were able to send them a wonderful donation. Thanks to all of you. Now, of course, we do keep some of that money. I don't want to steer you incorrectly, because all of this, the extravagance of this set, takes something, and it costs money. The platform costs money, and just stuff. So, but we do send a big pile of it to an organization this week because Pride Week is coming up. We thought it would be nice to do Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, an extraordinary organization that takes care of people affected by AIDS, but also people on the Broadway scene that are in need, that need help with their rent, their taxes, all kinds of things that you wouldn't necessarily think. Healthcare, insurance. Broadway Cares is just a whole bunch of angels, and we will be sending them a nice clump of money this week, hopefully thanks to your donations. Isn't that right, Ruby?
You, as Jim likes to do.
Yeah, you people.
Yeah. Yes, we appreciate your tips every single week. Last week was incredible. And, Broadway Cares is an incredible organization as well, and they need all the help that they can because they've been...
Especially now, because there are no Broadway shows. And Broadway shows collect for Broadway Cares.
And during this pandemic year, they have been angels to so many people that now they need to replenish the funds that they, gave out over the course of this pandemic. But yes, we appreciate it. And yes, Pride is coming up. I guess we can, I feel like this has been like kind of an opener of announcements. So can we say we have something in the works for Pride that we'll be doing? We have something that's
we're going to be proud. Yes. I see all kinds of, I don't usually look at the comments, but I see Lisa Lambert, Jackie Joseph, Rick Hinkson.
Yes,
Libby
people
Whittemore.
are very excited. for
Hi,
Wednesdays.
people. Yeah.
Oh, Justin
Thank you,
Robinson
Miles.
says hump day happiness. Oh my God, that's great.
That sounds kind of gross.
No, I like it. I think
No,
it's
maybe
funny.
it's our new pajama cast party. Hump day happiness.
Well, Jim, I texted you and I said, since we're going to be doing Wednesdays, we need to do a new segment, like what's making you happy on this Wednesday. I think hump day happiness is kind of funny.
Okay. You guys, if you're into that, put it in the comments section.
Just in all caps, hump day happiness.
Yes, but tell us what your hump day happiness would be.
Oh,
and keep
that's
it
good.
clean, people. Okay. Are we good?
I think we're good. Are you good?
I've never been better.
Okay.
I forgot to turn off my phone, so it's making an annoying noise.
Oh,
Let's do
Eileen
this.
Graff says we need hump day happiness merch.
Oh, we have to get more merch now.
Well, we still haven't done an Ruby Jim mug, so we need to do that first.
That's true. Okay, well, stay tuned. You never know
Okay.
what we'll put on a piece of stuff. Let's get this going.
Okay.
I want you to meet these incredibly talented people. I'm really excited tonight. There's kind of a theme for the show, and I didn't do that on purpose. Trust me, because it's kind of, when I book this, it's kind of catch as catch can, because people travel. Even now, people are working and starting to get back into the scene. So, but the theme with tonight's show, I would say the word for the night would be blend. As brilliant as each of them are, they've all learned to play well with others. Not only are they world-class performers, but they have made great livings with many, many, many other people on stage. I think that's such a cool thing, and really something we should all try to do on stage and in real life. Could we possibly do that? I'm speaking for myself too, but mostly for you. Here we go. If you know me, you know I love I love many things, but I love two things entertainment-wise. I love ukulele playing, and I love tap dancing. These are just happy things. You cannot watch a tap dancer and frown. I defy you to do that. So I'm so excited to invite you to smile along as I introduce you to a world-class tapper, Lamont Brown.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well.
I am so happy that you're here. We met in a Clubhouse conversation.
Yes.
Do you people know Clubhouse? It's yet another social media situation. And this guy was chatting with us, and he said he was a dancer, and all of a sudden we were like delving into his career, and we're like, oh, you're like really a dancer.
Yeah, I think somebody called me out, actually. I was actually selling myself short, as people would say.
Oh, well, that's good. So are you in New York right now?
Yes, I am. I'm Long Island.
You're a New Yorker from always, right?
Born and raised.
Love it. So in before the pandemic, you worked constantly in musicals all over the planet and doing Warren Carlyle choreography in After Midnight.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh-oh.
Look at that gorgeous cast.
How'd you find that picture?
I have stuff. I have a very huge staff. Now Warren lives right downstairs. If I stomp on my floor right now, he would hear it.
Oh, tell him I said hello then.
I will absolutely do it. He might be watching. I don't know. He is such a good guy. Okay, but then after midnight came Riverdance.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me everything.
Oh my gosh, yes. I actually joined the cast in 2019. They were actually already on the road, but I was coming from another contract, so they allowed me to come a little later. Joined the cast as a tap dancer, as well as the baritone singer, and got to tour the country with them. And Then they asked me back to tour with them in Ireland. So I was there for 4 months. Such a beautiful country. Oh my gosh. And then did a few gigs in between that. And then they asked me back again for the 25th anniversary. And for that tour, we ended up at Radio City, which is where we closed during the pandemic.
Okay, first of all, I was looking at the website, the Riverdance website, and you click on the cast. It's like 1,000 people. How many people are in that show?
Oh gosh, it varies by the tour and stage. It's always with the tap dancers. For the tours, it's usually about 2 of us. But for Radio City, they brought back the 3-man tap dancers. But on the line, you can maybe have 16 on the line. You can have 20, 25, depending on the stage. They do like read blocks, depending on what's needed for that particular show.
I see. Now, when we think of Riverdance, I mean, my immediate thought is traditional Irish dance, which is not specifically tap dancing as we Americans know it, or is it? What am I missing? Am I missing something?
It's traditional Irish dance that they do. There's the story of how Irish people came to America, but how that also is side by side with tap dance, and how that also came to be, and also you also see our side of that storytelling, and then we battle. But I did an Irish dance. We were specifically tap dancers in the show to show the difference between the audience. So we get to improv and go back and forth. We make fun of each other, and then at the end we just say, hey, you know what? It's all good in games, all love, But yes, traditional Irish dance.
The precision is crazy. It's so thrilling. Now, I have to say, you're one of... It's funny that you should talk about touring Ireland, because our last guest tonight is coming to us from Ireland.
Oh.
Yeah. And she performed at Radio City too, but I have the most gorgeous picture of you at Radio City. You guys, look at this.
Oh.
No, really. That is an insane photograph.
Yes, that was our sound check. I was like, I need a photo, because I don't know if I'm ever...
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Who were your mentors growing up, or who were your idols?
Well, growing up, I went to a dance studio called 3D Dance Studios, and there was a point when learning tap dance, it wasn't necessarily a tap dance school, but that's where I started. But I always looked up to Savion Glover, Jared Grimes, Jason Samuel Smith, Fred Astaire. Oh my, just so many names, just all of it. And I try to get as much history as I can. But then I ended up moving studios to a studio called June Clear Dance Center, where I ended up working with Linda Gachet, Lloyd Colbrith, and he was also such a big part of my life, and also into musical theater, into that style of groundedness, and just that like that kind of that learning that swag and the footwork, and also just posture and how you have to present yourself on stage. So many names.
And each one of those dancers has such a singular posture, from Savion to Astaire. It couldn't be less similar. Yet what's happening on their feet is equally brilliant.
Yes.
Well, I want our friends at home to see what you do. Will you dance and sing it for us a little bit?
Yes. Let's do a little switcheroo with the cameras.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have a different camera.
And now we're here.
Oh, it's like a TV studio over there.
Yes. Yeah, this is just my little basement where I do a bit of some recordings and writings and record videos. Sometimes I'll put up like a black background, so I kind of change it up depending on what's needed. Yes.
Love it. So what are you going to do for us?
I'm dancing to a tune called I Can't Give You Anything But Love, arranged by the fabulous Louis Danowski.
Perfect.
Let me just switch over to the music. Oh, laptops. Thank you.
Okay, who is smoother than you? That would be nobody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Camera switch.
Yes. Oh, so smooth. You just sound great. Look, people are going crazy. They're cheering from their homes. All for you. So here's the deal. When we get going at Birdland again in July, you have to come visit us live and in person because we have a tap floor. Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, great.
Jared Grimes. Jared has used that tap floor. Many, many friends of yours have used that tap floor. Savion has used that tap floor.
Wow. Well, I guess I got to make my mark on it now.
You got to make, oh, yeah, scuff it up. Scuff it up.
Yes.
By the way, Savion brings his own. Don't think he doesn't, but he has used ours.
I have a couple of tap boards. That is one. I have two and three somewhere else, and I might make a fourth and fifth one. So we'll see.
I mean, you deserve one. You deserve every size, every color. Thank you so much for joining us. What a joy to have you here and to meet in person.
Yes. I'm just so glad to be here, and thank you for asking me through Clubhouse. That's just a beautiful story in itself, especially during this pandemic.
It's really true.
You know?
Well, by the time we meet in person, we'll be old friends. Thank you for joining us.
Like, I know you. Thank you.
Oh, him. Thanks, Lamont. Everybody at home, cheer.
Thank you.
See, making new friends. So much fun. Did you smile during the tapping? It just makes me just ridiculously happy. Okay, so our next guest. Oh, by the way, don't forget Venmo, PayPal, Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS. It's a very easy way to send us a little something. Also, if you feel like writing a check, if you don't enjoy the Venmo and the PayPal, just message me and I will get back to you on the best way to do that. Send you an address to do that. And thank you for that. Thank you. Man, I mean, thanks to you guys, this has been so much less of a horrifying time for all of us. You've been so generous. Thank you. I first met Chester Martin when he showed up at Cast Party with his vocal group, Highline. They blew us away with their arrangements and their gorgeous singing. But Chester was clearly I would say the hilarious goofball of the group. He's been taking his talents to Instagram and TikTok, and we saw no reason why he shouldn't join us here at Pajama Cast Party. Here is Chester Martin.
Jim.
Yes.
Come be the other half of my face.
Wait.
I want to meld into one.
How's that look?
Wait.
That looks weird.
Closer. Okay, now move your mouth as I talk. Ready? Hello, everyone. My name is Jimster.
Okay, I can't do that anymore. That is very irritating.
It's been a lifelong dream.
To do that?
Yeah, just to meld with you.
Oh. Well, good night, everybody. Chester, where are you? I don't even know where you are.
I am in a den, I guess you could say. Look, it's got like a dartboard, TV, classic den accoutrement.
But in New York?
I am in New York, in the Upper West Side, at my nephew's.
Me too. But I'm on the Upper West Side.
We're so close. Oh my God, we should have done it together.
Oh my God. Next time. Chester, let's just start. When we met, you were with Highline, a terrific and such a welcome addition, a welcome sound at Cast Party. Look at you guys.
Here we are, all five of us.
Yeah. Now, clearly, you're a fan of a cappella. What drew you to that art form?
Honestly, just the controlled screaming, which clearly wasn't something we could keep up during the pandemic. Turns out screaming 2 inches away from someone's face, shooting your particles at them is frowned upon. So I had to turn to making my own layered harmony videos. And yeah, that's how I started my TikTok and everything.
And boy, have you ever. You have used this time to very good use. First of all, your pitch, I don't know. I mean, I know it's a necessity as a singer, but your pitch is just stupidly good. I don't know. I think we should show the clip and then talk about the singing and the arranging and all this stuff, so people have an idea of what we're talking about.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Roll the clip.
Let's watch it.
There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees, down the seven bridges roll. Drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend to my sweet sunflower friend, Moon River. And we carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Sleep, 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 sleep,
I mean, what? Hello.
Oh my God. Sorry, I drifted off there.
You're so weird. That is extraordinary. Tell me about, and you arranged all of those yourself.
Not all of those.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you're lying.
Numbers 2 and 4 were existing arrangements, and then the sort of classic rock ones were just my add-ons to the already existing sort of simple harmonies.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, right. Well, that's what I was going to say. Most people hear 1, 3, 5, 7. When did you learn about 2 and 9 and 11 and an occasional 6?
I didn't really.
You didn't? That was just a fluke? It was just a mistake?
Well, I know. I think I have good intuition for what notes sound good in a chord, but I couldn't tell you like where they belong.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have that kind of extensive theory background. I've been spoiled by harmony singing for so many years that I'm just like, I get bored singing singing just solo. I'm like, this is boring. I'm boring myself. So I need to layer in at least five more parts there.
I mean, it's so beautiful. The Carry On My Wayward Son was written so long before you were born, which is so annoying. What made you want to reharmonize that and put your stamp on it?
Honestly, I tried out one of those handlebar mustaches last summer. This is true.
Yes.
And I was just walking around like with the stash, and I kept getting like Eagles comparisons. So I was like, well, I might as well put this to good use. Like, I hate to waste a good beard. So every time I shave, I try to make it interesting by like at least utilizing 5 to 6 different facial hair styles. So I just that's honestly the reason.
So it's really more about your facial hair than about nerding out over arrangements.
It's a huge component. I just didn't want it to go to waste. It was like, well, I gotta become all of the Eagles, and then people liked that, so I just stuck with the classic rock theme.
And what about the rewording of Moon River? You eschewed Huckleberry Friend. What happened there?
So that recording was actually years and years old, and it was done as like a personalized gift. So that was just like the personalized twist on it.
Nice.
I had to go back to my like inventory of old archived recordings when COVID struck me in December and gave me a paresis right here on my right chord. Yeah, so this chord is weak and this chord is like, what do? We gotta push harder to meet the right one. So now when I sing, it's a lot of like getting tired out easily, and I basically just have to relearn how to sing. So
okay, that is fascinating to me for many reasons, some of which I'll tell you later. But how much have you been singing since that?
Basically just the relearning steps, like actually having to apply technique and good habits. Whereas, before I could kind of just, I was more like built like a tank before. I could just sort of scream.
Right. I mean, I have that. I don't think I have that, what you said, paresis, but I think through bad habits and singing in crowded people yelling rooms, I've created a lot of bad habits, and now I'm trying to undo that, and it's terrifying because all of a sudden you're working with a vocal coach and they're making you sing like you're not used to singing, and you think, how does this work into my life, my career? Because I'm not going to sing like this. Nobody needs to hear that.
Like it feels a bit like an identity loss, because like I should be talking up here in my like higher voice, so it's not like sitting back here and exacerbating the problem. So I just walk around and going like, "Hi, my name's Chester. How are you?" And I'm like, "Wait, who am I?" But
I totally understand.
If there's
look at us, we have so much in common. Who would look at us and think that?
It's just gonna keep getting higher and higher. But if there's any silver lining throughout all of this medical mumbo jumbo, it's that the clinical term for what I have is pretty funny to say, which is glottal incompetence. So I just like telling people I'm glottally incompetent now, and that sort of makes me feel better.
Just looking at you, I would expect that, really. Who are your arranging gurus? Do you even have them? Or is it more about facial hair gurus?
Well,
like Gene Perling and those types, or?
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing the vocal jazz group, like we were, influenced heavily by Manhattan Transfer, New York Voices, Take 6, like all that. So, I guess absorbed some knowledge from just being in that group and living with them, and yeah.
Singing with group, it's fun. There are those moments. There's a line in that Squigs will know from a show called Forever Plaid, when they're talking about singing and you're right inside the chord every time I hear that line, maybe Squigs will tell us what it is. It's so touching, and I know exactly because I had a vocal group for about 10 years. Our vocals were nothing like what you're doing, but we were good, and the blend was cool and accurate and good. But there's nothing like that feeling when it sounds really good.
It's truly transcendent. I think the only thing that's going to beat it is when the aliens finally show up and take us aboard their ships, which is going to happen soon, within the next 2 months, if the news is an indication.
Yes, and I think if they get you, Chester Martin, they are in for trouble.
I honestly think that's my life's purpose. I think I was put here on this earth to be taken by the aliens. I'll volunteer as tribute. I don't care.
Oh yeah, you'd be good. You'd be good.
Yeah.
I love that you came and joined us, and you showed us that beautiful clip of things you've done. People should follow you. Actually, you people at home should follow everybody on the show. But Chester, what's your Instagram and your TikTok and your stuff?
Oh, speaking of aliens, it's Chester Martian. So it's my name, but with an A.
Of course it is. Chester Martian.
Yeah.
You're so weird. I can't enjoy you anymore.
Oh.
And thank you. Are you going to do that thing with your hair that you said you were going to do? Yeah, there you go. That looks nice.
This is my little safe space. Thanks for having me on the show.
Chester, there's nobody like you.
Aw.
I'll see you soon.
Bye, Jim. Thanks so much for having me.
Coming. Thanks, Chester. I think Chester might be a Martian. So fun. Isn't it fun to meet these people? Just the extraordinary talent is always invigorating to me. Don't forget, Venmo, PayPal, Venmal, PayPal. That. Go there. Make a little donation. $5, $10, $1 million. I'll throw in a mug if you send $1 million. I will. Look at this. Look at the fine. Well, that's a good shot. Yeah, you got the idea. Yeah. This lighting. I want to tell you, I've worked on this lighting maybe too long. I don't even have facial features at this point. Okay, are you ready for more? I'm ready for more. Loren Smith has performed all over the world, headlining and singing behind some of the biggest names in the business. Please welcome him to Pajama Cast Party, Loren Smith.
Hey.
Hi, my friend.
Hey, I've been missing out. This is clearly where the party is.
Well, it's where the party is, and it's certainly where the talent is. Can you believe?
This is wonderful.
Now, you've done a cappella too.
I have.
And you arranged too.
Mm-hmm.
What about those arrangements we just heard? Weren't they pretty?
Beautiful. I was tapping on my side. I was like, yes, love. It's a good thing. I think there's nothing like the human voice in general. Nothing against my instrumentalists out there, because I love you and you are special and you are wonderful. I love the human voice. It's a beautiful thing.
It is, and can do so many different cool things. Well, you come from a very musical family, right?
I do. My dad was one of 12, and everybody sang because my grandmother forced them to, and then they forced me and my cousins to do the same. So I grew up singing and didn't have a choice. I thought it was just the norm, but yeah, it's in the genes, I suppose.
That everybody knows. That's always been my dream, to be part of a family, band. I was an only child, so it made it difficult.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, I wanted to be the Osmond Brothers, the Jackson 5, the Cowsills. I didn't care who, the Partridges. I just wanted to sing with my cute brothers and sisters and wear matching outfits. Hasn't happened yet.
Don't you give up.
I still have the dream. You grew up in Oakland, California.
I did. Grew up in Oakland.
I mean, what was that like? What was the scene there? And how did you tell me about that world?
I grew up in Oakland. I did a lot of music. My dad was a pastor, so I definitely did a lot of church singing. And I started singing professionally, I would say, in probably junior high, I believe. And everything was kind of spread out in my world. It wasn't until I came down to Southern California to go to college, and then I never left. And I just kept singing from a supper. I never thought it was something that was possible, but I got into the arts really late. I didn't learn anything about Broadway even until I was in college, but I was immersed. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I think it's a wonderful art form, and I've always been a music fan, and singing is important to me, and singing is special to me, and playing the piano and all that good stuff. But yeah, somebody called me the other day. They were like, "What's the scene like in the Bay Area for music?" I was like, "Hell if I know. I got nothing. I don't know what it is."
Well, I mean, you've certainly headlined. You are sung with bands. You've done everything. But I'm so interested in how you've made a living as a session singer and a background singer. Now that is such, as I said, the blend today. Our first guest was in Riverdance. Our second guest is an a cappella group singer. You too have learned to kind of, I don't want to say pull back because that's not right, but blend with other singers to celebrate whoever is down front. That's a whole other kind of talent that I find interesting.
Yeah, it's a whole nother beast. I think actually you're right to say that you kind of have to pull back. What I tell singers a lot, and I tell myself, is to just listen louder than you sing, because everybody has to fit in. Everybody has to fit in the lines, to color in the lines is the best way I like to think of it. But I think there's nothing like, I love solo singing, but I love group singing as well. And I love to get with other folks and make mouth sounds happen too.
I know you've worked with some awesome people. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nick Carter, Andy Grammer. We have a really cool picture of you. Now, come on. Look at you with very, very long hair. And then you worked with a group called BTS, which has 42 million followers. I was like, oh my God, I got a headache from that. 42 million followers. I can't even break 10,000. I'm trying desperately.
Don't give up.
I'm not, Papa, watch me fly. I do think one of the greatest gigs must be on the road with Michael Bublé.
What a joy, what an honor. He's an incredible, I think I've gotten a chance to be blessed to work with a lot of different people, but what I appreciate the most about him is what you see is what you get. He really takes what he does very seriously, and he really cares about his audience and giving not just a good show, but giving a great experience. And a lot of artists, we can have a tendency to perform because we need something, but he's very much a performer that does it because he has love to give away. And that's awesome to experience like crazy. He's a really good guy, and I enjoy it. Shout out to my Pop Jazz fam. Hey, Bublé fam.
Hello. Like Chester, our last guest, the word is blend. Talk a little bit about the gig of being a background singer. A star doesn't want his or her background vocalist screaming over them, taking focus. However, they want to show you off and let their audience know that they have really good taste in singers. Does he give you that chance? Or does some of the others that you've worked with give you the chance to kind of blow?
Yeah, there's definitely been some opportunities for that. And every single show, every single artist is different. But yeah, I think the goal is to figure out, for me, I can only speak for myself, but I like to just figure out, okay, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to just literally support? Because that's the only reason we're there, just to support and add to the show. And then sometimes, yeah, you have those moments, you have those songs, you have those verses or interludes that's like, hey, take it, go shine. And you do what you do. So I think it's just a matter of figuring out and making sure that you're respectful of whatever space you're in. But yeah, I think it's a delicate dance. It's that dance of making life happen and letting life happen. But you try to find it and get in betwixt it and enjoy it and rock it out.
Well, and then when you do your solo show, you can show off all you want.
Right. Speaking of solo show, I have one coming up that's a virtual show on June 7th, and you're all invited.
June 7th, where, when, how do we find it?
If you go to my social media, which is Sang Loren Smith, SangLoren Smith, I have tickets there. My other two Buble singers, Jared Johnson and Lauren Batley, are doing a song with me, and as well as Leroy Sanchez, who's an incredible pop artist who is another person that sings his face off but has an incredibly beautiful heart. So I'm excited. It's a virtual show. Come on out, everybody. It's going to be wonderful. I think it's just time to put some love out into the world. We've survived a really crazy season, and we're still healing and reeling. So if I can put some
Healing
love
and reeling. That's the song title. Show us what you do. Sing for us.
Hey, okay. My pleasure. Heal the world. Make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. 'Cause there are people dying. Won't you care enough for the living? So make a better place for you and me. You know this one? So sing it with me. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pains, we all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. But lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on far. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on far. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Somebody to lean on. Oh, somebody to lean.
Loren. Oh my God. You have no glottal incompetence. I'll say that. You have no issues there. No issues. You may quote me.
That's a quote. That's going on all the social medias. It's happening.
When are you coming to New York? I have to know you.
Oh, I would love to be there as soon as possible. I haven't been in quite some time, and I would love to be. You know, I've never met you, which is just wrong. I've never been to Birdland.
What?
I haven't. I'm a mess. Fix it.
I'm a mess.
Fix it.
No, you're not a mess, but you're always invited to Birdland. We're reopening in July, and you're, come on.
I'm coming. I'm on my way. But I hope
You
you will also
sound-
join me at my show online too. I need the Jim Caruso magic there.
That's what you need. We will be following you. Everybody at home, look him up. Look up everybody we have on the show tonight on the social medias. And Loren, thank you so much. You're such a delight.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, come back and see us.
Looking
Thanks.
forward to it.
Everybody clap.
Bye, fam.
Yay.
Take care.
Don't we know nice people? This is so fun. See that right there? That's how you donate to Pajama Cast Party to keep it up and running, because we need to stay up and running, people. And it costs something. But also, we want to make a nice contribution to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. Man, they do a big job. Okay. Are you ready? I met our last guest randomly in a Clubhouse conversation. If you don't know what Clubhouse is, by the way, you're probably over 30. There are dozens of possible social media outlets, but Clubhouse is one. And Ruby made me. She said we should do it. We should have a conversation every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, which we've done-ish. We've skipped a couple weeks. But it's fun. And you just hear from people all over the earth who are interested in whatever the conversation's about. Ours is about, shockingly, show business. So we get directors and producers and singers and dancers, and it's a really fun thing. And it introduced me to Alex Sharpe. She was chatting away and casually mentioned that she was part of the superstar vocal group Celtic Women. I had a quick heart attack, and I knew I had to invite her to Pajama Cast Party. And guess what? She said yes. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Sharpe.
Hi.
You look so glamorous.
Oh, it's all smoke and mirrors, my darling. And about
Where
2
we
inches of makeup.
Now, tell the people where we're finding you.
You're finding me in the gorgeous town of Dublin City in Ireland. And it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's way past my bedtime because I'm an old lady, because I'm 50 now. I turned 50 during the pandemic, and so, yes.
You're
Yeah.
but a child. And
But a
you'll
child,
look great.
but
You'll look great. That's all I know.
Thank you. But you know what? I can't believe you have me on your show. I'm so excited.
What are you kidding? You work all over the planet in the biggest theaters in the world.
I know, but that still comes as a huge surprise to me. You know, it really does. And honest to God, like, I mean, kind of impossible things have been possible in my life. And after they kind of happen, you know, I just kind of get caught up in it, and I just do the gig and I do the job. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, did that really just happen? Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And everybody's making a big deal of it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I suppose that was a big deal.
Take pictures. That's all I say. Well, we have 2 mutual friends that
Yes.
adore you.
I adore them.
Michael Joseph. Michael
Mhm.
Joseph.
He's watching.
And
He's watching.
And Brett Pruneau. Wait,
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah. Mwah, mwah,
I love them
mwah.
both. They love you so much. You've had an amazing career. Your background is in musical theater,
Yes.
and you're a favorite of Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. You played
Am I?
Eponine in Les Mis.
Yes.
No, you've done a lot of stuff for him, right?
Well, I've done a lot of Andrew Lloyd Webber concerts. But then after I did the UK tour of Les Mis for 2 years, and after that I went straight into a new show called Beautiful Game back then, Once
Right.
Upon a Time. And so I created one of the characters, the third kind of female lead in that. And and that's another thing that happened, and everyone, just you kind of get caught up, and you just get so focused. Or more than you just get so focused, you're just like, oh my God, I hope I do the right thing here. I hope I do a good gig, and I hope I don't get thrown out on my ear. And they realized, listen, throw her back to Dublin. She's useless. Like,
I don't think they're going to say that. I don't think. And you did his big birthday party celebration, his 60th, correct?
Yeah. So
he loves you.
So
I don't think you have to worry.
He probably doesn't even remember me now at this stage, in fairness to him. But yeah, for a moment, he loved me.
I'm gonna call him. Hold on, just a second.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I have my speed dial here. I have me in my favorites.
Yeah.
Andy.
And he'd like that, wouldn't he? I know you just had a birthday concert. You're performing, doing once a month concerts. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. So I had this space built in the back of my home area, right? And it was to teach drama and singing to kids. And of course the pandemic hit, and I couldn't have a living soul in here. So I was like, oh my God, I have a space. What am I going to do with this? So I started doing some lessons online. I was like, this isn't enough. This isn't paying the bills. So I thought, okay, and it was coming up to Christmas, and I love Christmas, and I'm usually doing some sort of a concert at Christmas time or a pantomime, and it's a time, particularly here, where people get together, families get together, and they, celebrate, and they save up money, and they go to a big kind of Christmas event. And so many families that I knew, you couldn't even get back across to Ireland from England. So I thought, okay, how can I make this work? And so I did. So I made my lovely star cloth. Yeah.
That's so good.
And now that's 651 stars. Lights. Fairy lights.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, I put them all on there one by one myself. So I know exactly how many there are. But yeah, so I've been using the space as for house concerts for a lot of most of the Celtic Woman fans, and but then some friends as well. And I've been using it, and I've kind of learned how to use, mix and desk and put it through Zoom. And so that's kind of how I've kind of been keeping things going and still keeping singing. Because to be honest, I thought I kind of thought I don't want a year and a half to pass before I can actually sing. I'm like, I'm going to lose it, and it's such a part of our identity as well.
I know it. That's the thing.
And I didn't realize it.
Well, as Chester was saying, it takes losing it to really figure out how much it means to you.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Celtic Women. How did this show come into your life?
Well, Ireland's a very small place, and I had crossed paths way earlier on in my career. Look at you guys. I know, that was in Powers Court. Apparently, that was the year that they had the U2, the big I can't remember the name of the tour. I did go to see it, but apparently we had more lights for our gig than U2 did.
I love it.
The claim to fame. But yeah, so I kind of crossed paths with David years ago, and we never actually got to work with each other. And then one of the girls, Lisa Kelly in the group, was having a baby, and he had recently been in to see a show that I was doing here, a musical here it was called The Wiremen. It was about when Ireland got electricity, believe it or not, because we're in the dark ages, even up to the 60s. It still are in some ways. But anyway, so he was working with, he was co-writing also with a guy called Shay Healy, who wrote a lot of he's very well known. He just passed away recently. But anyway, he used to write a lot of the songs for the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't know if you know the Eurovision Song Contest.
Of course.
Anyway, so they'd worked together, and it was Shay's show that I was in, and David was in, and I think I kind of came to his remembrance again, and he thought of me and called me then when Lisa was having her third child, Ellie. And yeah, I was only supposed to be just there for a 3-month tour, and ended up staying about 3.5 years, and then kind of coming back and filling in from time to time.
Yeah, you go back and forth, you go back in, which is nice.
Yeah. I haven't now for a while. I think the last time was 2018. But yeah,
but
incredible.
You're a mom too. You're a mom
too,
so you can't just be on the road all the time.
Yeah, and I'm a single mom. So, that's actually really why I left. To be honest, I was having nightmares that I was losing my child in an airport, and I started getting all these stomach issues, and I had an ulcer, and I was like, I can't do this. And it was so amazing. We got to play in the most amazing places.
You
And
were
I
Radio
loved
City
it.
too.
We did, yeah. You know what? To be honest, I mean that was incredible. But we would go to these small theaters, and people who'd worked there for years would say, "Elvis Presley played on this stage here," and I was like, "Oh, whoa!" You know, I mean, I grew up watching those. I loved him. I loved Doris Day, Judy Garland. I loved all those musical movies, you know. So, but incredible experience. But it was a little bittersweet because I always had to kind of leave my boy at home. So that's kind of really why I ended up coming off the road. It was too hard.
How old is he now?
The little boy is a man-child. He's now 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it's time to start looking at the, you know, little more Celtic touring.
Well, I don't know Celtic Woman. I kind of really want to go back to musicals. I really miss musicals. Actually, I did one about 3 years ago, actually, in America, in Albany, New York, and we actually played a Symphony Space. Is that off Broadway?
Absolutely.
It's like way off Broadway. Oh no, on Broadway, but like way at the end.
It's literally on the street Broadway. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's my
What did you do there?
We did a show called Find Your Way Home, which was kind of set in 1910 Ireland, and it's kind of like a family's economic struggle, and of course you've got immigration and, you know, all of those issues. And it was kind of like the first musical I'd gone back to do after Celtic Woman, and I was like, oh my God, I love this, because I think when it comes to concert work and you're not actually a character, I feel very focused vocally, whereas when I'm a character and I'm in a show, you're so in it that you're not analyzing every note that comes out of your mouth.
This is the second theme of the evening. Is the first theme was a blend, but that's so interesting to hear you say that, because it's all I think about now is thinking about it, just overthinking if you're a singer, and it's just the kiss of death, it seems like.
Oh my God, it totally is. And I kind of feel my head is in that space now, and so I'm like, I don't want that, because one of the most amazing things I learned in musical theatre when I moved from Ireland to London, I had an amazing director when I did Les Mis, and he just said, tell the story. And I learned it, you know, it wasn't about perfect notes, it wasn't about anything, and so I missed that. I wouldn't mind going back and doing a bit. So
well, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I have to say, we have to discuss Saturday Night Live this past week did a tribute to Celtic women.
I know. How cosmic is the timing on that one? Have you seen
it?
I know.
Look.
I know.
Have I seen it? She made me laugh so hard twirling around with her violin.
Right. It's insanely amazing.
Were you guys just all, messaging each other at the time?
I'm getting messages here still. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I've had a penny for every message. I wouldn't been doing gigs from my own got back garden.
I just like the
what
quotes.
A compliment.
Yeah, I'll say. You know you've made it.
Oh.
But I love when they said, if you like Riverdance but wish they could move their arms, you'll love Celtic women. And on this show tonight, we have a river dancer and a Celtic woman.
I know.
It was meant to be.
I know. The stars aligned for us.
I also love them singing, come down to the castle, down, turn left at the castle, you'll see another castle. It was just all too silly.
Yeah, a lot of kind of truths in there, though, little bits interspersed. It's kind of like, what's
it's funny because it's a little bit true.
Yeah.
Would you sing for us?
I'd love to.
Is it the castle song? Is it the castle song?
No, it's the pub beside the castle song. I'll meet you at the pub beside the castle, around the corner, down the right, both the other castle. No, not that castle, the other castle. I will. So this is a beautiful song called Atlantic Sky, written by Jimmy Kelly, Carl Corcoran, and I just fell in love with this song because it just tells the story so much, particularly for the Irish people and for the emigration, you know, and having to leave. And so many of us artists here in Ireland have had to go abroad, you know, to kind of follow our, you know, where the opportunities are. So
yes,
Yes, I hope it's okay. It's 7 minutes past 2 a.m. So forgive me if I'm sounding a
Sing
bit
it.
croaky. Okay. I have to be my own sound engineer. It's more than a feeling. Can't see it, can't touch it, but I know that it's there in my heart. Some kind of longing, a sense of belonging to a land that's an ocean apart. The hills and the valleys where my father's father once lived and played as a child. But while still in his teens, with just his clothes and a dream, he set sail with a future to find. But that's just the way it was back in the day. There was no other choice but to fly like birds of migration, a whole generation filling the Atlantic sky. They traveled the ocean like so many before, not knowing if they'd ever return. They had dirt on their hands, home on their minds, so many new ways to learn. The hills and the valleys, now only a memory, replaced by pavement and steel. A cold city landscape was now their new home for this flock of brave pioneers. 'Cause that's just the way it was back in the day. There was no other choice but to fly like birds of migration, a whole generation filling the Atlantic sky. I hope when they look back on all that they gave, the journey will seem worthwhile. 'Cause the love of two countries is a blessing that's found in the heart of an immigrant's child. I look all around me, the love that surrounds me, my family, my friends, and my home. It's hard to imagine leaving it all, start a new life all alone. That's just the way it was back in the day. There was no other choice but to fly like birds of migration, a whole generation filling the Atlantic sky. And their generation helped build this great nation by filling the Atlantic sky.
Oh my gosh. So gorgeous.
Cool.
Not Not croaky at all.
Sorry?
Not croaky at all.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Why are you singing the biggest theaters in the universe?
I don't know. I'm going to blame it on the menopause.
Okay.
When all else fails, blame it on the hormones.
But I don't believe you're 50. But if you are, good for you.
But you know what, Jim? I decided I'm going to put it out there. I've lost too many friends who never even got to get to 40. And so many people have passed away with this pandemic. And I thought, you know what? I'm celebrating it. I'm here. And we shouldn't be ashamed, particularly as women, as we do. You know, we shouldn't. You know, so we're here.
Absolutely.
And let's celebrate it.
That's true. That's the truth. And which brings us again to we're collecting tonight for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. This is Pride Month coming up here in this country and in New York, and you're right. Too many people don't have they don't have the opportunity to be with us anymore.
They
and
don't.
So for all of them, we need to celebrate and sing and cheer people who do sing. And my gosh, you have a gorgeous voice, and you have a CD called Broken by Design that is absolutely beautiful. That everybody should check out.
Thank
and
you.
Follow you, of course, on the Instagram, the TikTok, the Facebook, all of the above.
Yeah. Oh, you're so good. You're so good. Thank you for having me. And I feel so honored to be with all of your amazing guests and all the lineup you've had of so many amazing people. I feel so honored. I really do. So thank you.
Well, me too. I'm honored that you're here and can't wait to meet in person. Come to New York.
Oh, listen. As soon as that bloody airport opens and they let us through, I'll be there. I'll be there pounding your streets. Let me in. Let me in.
You people at home, you heard it here first. You heard it. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Now, go to bed. Go to sleep. I like all these people so much. Carol Randolph, aren't these the sweetest people in the world on the show tonight? I mean, everybody's always nice, but holy Toledo. What a fun show. What a fun show. Oh, Ruby.
Oh, Jim.
I'm sorry. These were some of the nicest, sweetest people ever.
Isn't it funny that, like, most of these people tonight did not know us, and they said yes, and they were so nice, so stupid talented, and just the best night. I
know. It's really good. We have the best time doing this. Ruby and I can't wait to keep on doing what we do with Pajama Cast Party. We're going to do it every Wednesday starting in July. No. Yes, starting in July. Yes. Oh my God, again. It was like,
not
is it January?
Not June. Yeah. We're starting in July. We do have exciting, I'll say this quickly though, because I know then we have people that need to go to bed who are watching. We have a Pride show coming up in June. We have a very special episode of Pajama Cast Party. Can we talk about that crossover episode?
Yeah. It was announced today.
Oh, right.
So January, what is it? June 7th. June 7th.
Yes.
We are merging with our friend Kristen Chenoweth. She does this Broadway boot camp that is an enormous success with kids from all over the country. It's going to be virtual this year, and we're going to celebrate Kristen, the boot camp, the director, Richard J. Alexander, the musical director, John McDaniel. I'm not sure who else is going to be involved, but it's going to be star-studded, and we're going to have some of the students join us. So it's going to be lovely.
Yes. Oh, and also, speaking of Richard, today is his birthday. So for some reason he's watching. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Richard J. Alexander. He was a guest on this show. He
was a guest. Pajama Cast Party alum.
That's correct. Did he sing? He did not sing. He just talked.
We had a fabulous conversation that could have truly gone on forever, and I would have been happy. So
yeah, it's true. Should we take a look at the squigs of it all?
Yes, we should. Put on your glasses. Okay.
Now this was done. Now, normally Squigs Justin Robertson takes time and hours, and this he does while the people are singing, a quick sketch. It's miraculous that what he does. So let's see how this all came together. Go. Oh my God.
It's so good.
Is kind of one of the best. I say that every week, but it really is.
No, but look at Lamont's tippity tappity feet. They're going so fast.
Oh, he has 3 feet.
No, he doesn't have 3 feet. He's just moving
3
so
shoes.
fast. He's just moving so fast you can't tell where his feet are.
Oh, so good. So good. Squigs, you're a genius. Thank you for helping make this to be such a special show.
Yes.
I mean, you know, it's just crazy
We're
what we
so
get
lucky.
to do.
The show would be very different without the weekly Squigs. So,
Completely.
SquigsOnline.com. Give him Instagram followers. Give him your money. You know,
He has good merch too.
he has good merch.
He has really
So
good merch.
Give him a follow. Buy some art. Okay, Jim
That
has
looks nice.
Jim has merch too. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, you
What
tired,
if
Jim?
that's? Oh, this is how I'll look when I'm really old.
When we're still producing Pajama Cast Party episode 9052.
Yeah, this was number 59.
9.
59. We've done 59 shows. Next week is 60. Wonder what the 60th wedding anniversary is.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah, look it up. It's
Hang
probably
on.
something really dull.
The 60th anniversary gift is
Gum.
diamond.
Diamond? No, that's 75.
Nope. According to the internet, it says diamond.
Can that be right?
According to The Knot,
people
which
let us know.
is a very well-known website for all things weddings, it says that
Okay.
maybe there's like multiple diamonds.
Well, people at home, next week, prepare to send us your diamonds.
Honestly, send us a diamond any week. I'll take it, even if it's not the
Yeah.
theme.
Are
I'll
you a
take the
diamond
diamond.
person?
Well, I don't have any, but I'm sure if you gave me a diamond, I'd be very happy to receive one.
Okay. Don't get snippy. I'm just wondering. I just see you in a tiara at some point.
Me in it. Okay. Okay. If somebody would like to send me a diamond tiara, I will wear it next week.
Okay, good to know. Do we have any other housekeeping?
No, we need to talk about next week.
Venmo, PayPal, don't forget.
Yes, that's true.
Tonight to thank all these wonderful people, and so that we can send a contribution to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. And yes, next week's show is going to be a killer, another killer. Let's see it. Chris Chavez, incredible singer. Richard Glazier, a Gershwin file brilliant pianist that you are going to really enjoy. He was also just hosting Turner Classic Movies, a whole day of their shows. Lucy Yegazarian, beautiful jazz singer, and my friend Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings. She's going to join us because she has amazing news. She just announced it a couple days ago. She's pregnant with twins. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And her fans will be with us. And they are cuckoo cuckoo. You are going to love the energy of the fans. And it's going to be so much fun. Yes, Colleen is back. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining us. Ruby, thank you for your precision and perfection in the production of it all. Thank you, Squigs, and thank you, all of you out there, for joining us. Good night. Thanks for watching Pajama Cast Party. To follow us on YouTube, just hit subscribe. Click on that little bell and we'll keep you updated on future shows. You can also follow us on Instagram at Jim Caruso's Cast Party. The end.